Mike thinks he's a better driver, so let's see what he can do.
On this episode of Ice Vikings.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it literally went from glory to in 12 hours.
This time of the year, anything can happen. You know, it looks good and safe, but you really got to be careful.
This is the most dangerous thing right now, is the flat cracks. Look out there. Like, you tell me what's there. No one knows.
By the time you get back, this flat crack could have opened from 2 feet to 20 feet, and you're actually trapped.
The lake sets its own clock. It's going to determine when it's going to be safe enough for us.
You got to be a little crazy to do this. We got 2 months now to make hay, and we got to do it. Woo!
There's feet and feet and feet of snow, and minus 50 today. It is worth it if you're catching fish.
You got to get nets in to make paychecks.
That's the smell of money, baby.
There is a risk every time we go out.
If you fell in, I don't think you have a hope in hell of getting out.
Just go that way.
At the Christensen Base Camp in the Narrows, an area dotted by small uninhabited islands that separate the north and south basins of Lake Winnipeg.
The lake sets its own clock. It's going to determine when it's going to be safe enough for us, not just because we say that this is the date. Every year's different. Until that ice cube tightens up and slips together, all bets are off. Anything can go here now.
It's early December, and the weather is still unseasonably warm. Chris Christensen has test nets close to shore, but the big question is, what's happened to the ice in the 2 days since he set?
This is the most dangerous thing right now, is the flat cracks. This wasn't here the other day. How do you see what's underneath the snow? It's pretty hard to tell. Look out there. Like, you tell me what's there. No one knows.
A flat crack is a crack in the ice that has no definite ridge and is therefore difficult to see. If standing near or driving across it, a flat crack can give away without warning, breaking through to the bottom of the lake.
I think you're going to catch so much tulipies that you don't even know who to give them to.
Well, nobody's going to say that the tulipies are gone anywhere. There you go, boys.
This much tulipi is a win. Chris has a buyer specifically interested in this species.
Want to set a couple more nets there, old timer?
I don't know, bud. I don't think so. I don't want to get into a position where we got more tulipies than anybody wants.
You can bet your life savings on it. Anytime we don't bring any tubs, we catch all the fish.
The crew brought the bare minimum of equipment in order to keep their weight down on the ice. Now they're running out of room for tulipi.
You could take the nets out,
Yeah,
leave them in the back of the truck and bring us boxes.
yeah.
I didn't think there'd be this much, but you did.
I did.
Look at the smile he's got. So how much is that?
Maybe 400. A lot of fish.
You don't have to worry about going through the ice. The tulipies will hold you up. Everybody's going to think I'm crazy taking this much tulipi.
The market for tulipi is usually in the fall when they are harvested for their roe. To have this market open in the winter is a new opportunity for Chris.
Chad, I'm up to my bottom lip in tulipies. Are you interested? Give me a call, please, or text.
Chris lets his buyer know he's hit the mother load.
Goodness gracious.
This is some of the best fishing I've seen in years.
Literally shoveling up fish. This is just where we're going to be till everything stiffens up. But I definitely don't want to be fishing here. I want to be over there. And over there. And over there.
Chris is dying to set more nets, but it's too risky to venture out any further.
Everybody's just waiting for it to get cold so it can be a lot safer. But I know I'd be having nightmares if I knew somebody was out here and I wasn't. I'm sure that's just it. How long till somebody is going to take a chance and do something that they wouldn't do? We didn't have enough tubs to put the fish into. At least we had a couple of sleighs, so we didn't get any tubs of fish, but we got a couple of sleigh loads of fish. We can always find a way to get her done. It's thinking on our feet. Can't think of everything on the first day. Something's got to go wrong every day. Can't go perfect every day. I mean, we're halfway to having a guy happy with all the tulipi he wants.
There's lots of ice there.
60 kilometers southwest in Nesa.
It's historically a very good place to fish in open water and winter, and it's kind of a nice middle ground between the Gimli area and the Channel area where we usually fish.
Trevor is exploring unfamiliar territory, hoping for enough ice to set his first nets of the season.
It's just a different place to fish. It kind of gets me away from my dad, who I know is going to be going gung-ho all over the channel area, fishing like a madman. It's been so cold the last couple of days. Wouldn't worry me to take snowmobiles or anything out here now, side-by-sides.
Rushing to be first out last season resulted in sinking a snowmobile through the ice. This year, he's taking a different approach.
The last couple of years I've been pushing to get on the lake really, really fast, and it hasn't really paid off for me that much to be the first one out. I haven't wanted to risk as much, I guess. I haven't wanted to go and push my stuff and really push my equipment and push my guys and do it.
Yeah, there's not that much water there.
There's more rough ice here that I won't be able to set through, so I could probably only put 2 nets here, then I'd have to jump all the rough ice. See if I can cross it with the snowmobile. It's been cold enough. A pretty nasty flat crack here. It's been so cold though, it's starting to freeze up. Be a little sketchy driving a snowmobile over it though. Just a few days ago, this all would have been open and uncrossable. So I'm just gonna cross this little rough patch here and chip another hole, and it looks like there's enough water, so.
After the rough ice, however,
Oh, there's less ice out here. 1.5 inches, 2 inches maybe. That throws a pretty big wrench in my plans. I wouldn't take anybody out here to set. Man, it's a sketchy time of year, and it's way different than last year. It's going to be a whole month behind of what we were doing last year. This is the coldest day of the year so far, and I still don't feel safe going out there with nets, so.
the cold weather last winter allowed Trevor to open his season in November, but he's now weeks behind.
There's nobody else around, but that's because it's too sketchy. It's too dangerous.
Thanks to a solid fall season, Trevor isn't too worried about the late start.
The smartest thing I did was working with Joel this fall and actually catching a lot of fish, because that's the only thing that's kind of saving me right now.
But with the inventory dwindling, he can't afford to wait around much longer.
Other people are fishing right now. I just have to figure out how to make it work. Maybe I'll come back and look on Friday. Maybe it'll have made another inch or two. I have a whole supply chain that needs to be fed now. Sitting at home is not an option. I got to be out here working and thinking about it all the time.
I wonder if these will start today.
South of Gimli, near Husavik,
Okay, giddy up. Okay.
Justin Gerbrandt and Mike Lenton hope to set their first nets of the season today, close to home in Husavik.
The bay in Husavik, the way it's shaped, that ice generally always holds to shore. We got a pretty strong west wind today, so we're going to walk out there and see how far we can go and see if we can get a couple in.
Want to see how thick this is? Let's see, that's at least 4 inches, eh?
Yeah.
That's the bottom?
Water levels this year are extremely low.
Lake levels are probably 4 feet lower than last year. We had to go a mile to get 12 feet this year. Last year you could find 12 feet about a half mile, so.
Lake Winnipeg receives water from 4 Canadian provinces and 4 American states, making it the second largest watershed in Canada. These regions experienced moderate to extreme drought conditions this year, and the lake is lower by almost a full meter.
It's 8 inches and then sand. That's good. This is normally like 3 feet.
One hit and there's water, but you're not going to drown. You're 6 feet tall.
What do we got here for thickness? This looks thinner.
These conditions are forcing Justin and Mike to come up with a new plan.
I think you give this till Tuesday.
Or
Let's
Tuesday,
go try Hekla Monday. Come back on Tuesday. If this hasn't drifted away, drive the sled to here and go put some nets in.
This might be the first time they've been unable to start their season at home in Husavik.
I can't believe we walked over 100 feet. We didn't get even an inch more of depth. It just must be so low in this whole bay this year. We're gonna have to go like another mile out, and as you can see, there's water right over there, so this isn't good.
This means another delay to the start of their season, impacting clients and their bottom line.
That was very disappointing.
I thought it'd be deeper.
Hey, I think we'll just take the small sleighs, eh?
90 kilometers north of Gimli, near the Narrows.
Well, why don't you empty one truck up? That way, when you're coming back to put fish in, you can have an empty truck.
Chris is back with a larger crew today. With their Tulabee customer happy, Today's nets are targeting a larger species called whitefish.
We're after a whole pile of whiteys. Get them while we can get them, because if they're moving, they're gone. Skin bags! Oh my goodness. Come on. Yeah. Yep. More. Make it come harder. Look at the pickerel.
Never a bad thing. Is there a relief, eh, Dad?
Yeah.
This is exactly what Chris needs right now for his clients.
Since April 1st, this is all I've been thinking about.
Lake Winnipeg is home to dozens of fish species. The market for some, like pickerel and whitefish, is year-round. The demand and price for other species will fluctuate wildly.
It's good. The whitefish is here, and I thought maybe the whitefish had been gone, because it might have moved off from the end of the fall. Now I'm afraid of who's going to find out, because I certainly don't want any company.
One net down, 5 to go.
I think we got a frozen one. Something wrong there.
Chris's crew has hit a snag.
You guys know, leave it on there. It's good.
Probably frozen
Yeah.
on the ice.
Might get it loose if we pull on it. Might not. Nothing yet.
Somehow, the net has become frozen to the ice, making it impossible to lift cleanly. The cork line, which keeps the net afloat, may have been forced into the ice by strong currents or too many fish.
What do you think, Joel? At this sled? Give it a try, but we'll get in trouble if it snaps. So, in trouble either way.
Is it frozen this way?
Yeah,
Huh?
Not a fish yet.
Go ahead and drill another one. Line me up.
Now, they must drill holes to locate where the net is frozen into the ice. It's not an exact science.
Like, there'll be probably only 2 or 3 corks that are frozen. So we're trying to find the exact, pretty close to where it is, and then we might be able to bust it loose without destroying the whole net.
Losing a net to new ice is expensive, but losing thousands of dollars of fish at the same time can be catastrophic.
We were here last year at this time. Maybe we were here just a little too early. Jeez. Pull it out then. Pull it out. Hey guys, pull on all through.
Back in the Narrows.
No. Do another frozen spot.
After a massive haul of whitefish in their first net, Chris's crew has had nothing but trouble since.
Froze the net up, but I'm not sure why.
Locating the net can be tricky.
You do that by drilling holes, seeing which way the line is froze. When you can figure out which way the line is froze, you can work backward towards the hole or away towards the other hole. So it's just a process of elimination.
Cut it.
Yeah.
I've got a knife. It's coming. There we go. It's loose. Come back here, guys. Yeah.
No, actually, this is the first froze net we've had in 3 years. It may be a fluke, but we got it back, and that's all that matters. So we can get the fish out of the net and not leave the net in the water. Ha-ha, Red! Full bag of smiles, baby!
Once free, the second net yields another massive haul.
Smells like money, baby! Yeah!
Nothing improves the mood on the ice like good fishing.
So this next one's a jump, isn't it, Jordan?
Go net there. Yeah.
But at the next net,
Okay, boys, hold it. Hold it. No. Can't get it up even to get to the next net. We're going to find someone to blame. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do here, because it doesn't look like we have enough water to fish or something. But, I mean, these are the same nets they had in the same place in the same spot, so it could be an issue. Don't know. I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels right now.
Oh, these are shallow nets. They're shallow, all right. Look at them. He's pulling under faster than a snowmobile.
back in Nesa,